am LS-44, and I need you to leave this area immediately. The central zone has been flooded with radiation, and it is lethal to all organic life forms. If you entered, you would surely be killed. I do not know. Shortly after the arrival of some recent visitors, communications with the facility ceased to function, and my sensors detected lethal levels of radiation. There were 2 visitors, a male organic and a female organic. That is all I know. I am afraid that is not possible. My programming will not allow me to open the doors to any organic life forms until radiation output has been reduced to safe levels. Yes. My programming will allow for a droid to enter the facility. Which of your droids would you like to send in?
Welcome to the colony of M478. I am CS36, and I will be delighted to assist you during your visit in the colony. I possess the highest qualifications and the most up-to-date information about the colony of all the guidance and advisory units here in the Central Zone. So please, if you have any questions or need any kind of advice, consult exclusively with me. Now please, tell me what subjects are in your area of interest. Unfortunately, I am afraid I do not possess the technical knowledge necessary to help you in this task. However, IS-18, being responsible for monitoring and controlling the air quality in the colony, will be in possession of all the information needed on this subject. IS-18 is currently working on a solution to the high radiation content in the air. Get down to the ventilation chamber at the far end of the industrial zone if you wish to speak with him. Is there anything else you wish to know? Unfortunately, I am afraid I do not possess the technical knowledge necessary to help you in this task. However, IS-18 being...
Sorry to say it, but I feel a bit uncomfortable around you. I will help you in any way that I can. You just cannot leave anything in this colony in the sight distance of those cleaning units.
Do you not have work to do? With all of our colonists dead, M478's guidance is necessary. Sorry to say it, but I feel I will help you in any way that I can.
What are we supposed to do with all that colto?
What are you looking for in a medical facility?
Sorry to say it, but I feel a bit...
Trying to accomplish?
I am sorry, but I am busy right now.
It's terrible! With all this radiation, my cleaning units won't even work properly.
With all of our colonists dead, M478's guidance.
Sorry to say it, but I feel a bit uncomfortable.
I will help you in any way that I can. With all of our...
You must be the droid IS-18 informed me about. I am IS-02. How can I help you? Ah, yes. IS-18 informed me to give it to you. I will transfer the authority to your memory core immediately. One moment, please. One moment. The authorization has been uploaded. You can now access the main console in the central zone. Once you are logged in, transfer the code to IS-18's terminal. I will be glad to provide an answer to any of your questions. Certainly. Please wait a moment while I access the M478 database. One moment, please. According to the information in the database, there are currently 6,927 droid units active in the colony. Is there anything else you wish to know? I will be glad to... I am responsible for monitoring the droid manufacturing process. That is because of the high priority of my assignment. Monitoring the droid manufacturing process requires much more authority and privileges than the other droids on the planet need. Although my authorization is not always as wide as it is now, usually I am a mere assistant to a main manufacturing unit. Unfortunately, we have not been able to contact him since the radiation leak, and so I was forced to take over his duties for the time being. Colonization was our primary task prior to our master's arrival. Once the colonists arrived, our primary task was completed, and it was up to the colonists to assign us a new one. Expanding this colony and initiating the droid manufacturing process, yes. I am sorry, but this information is restricted. We are manufacturing many different types of droids here. New maintenance and construction units are being produced along with the colony's expansion across the planet. Combat droids are the main priority, though, using most of our resources. I do not know why I even told you about these units. I am sorry, but I cannot tell you anything more. I will be glad. I am responsible. IS-43? He is responsible for coordinating all the colony cleaning activities, which includes administrating utility units. If I may say so, I think his unit should have had its memory core erased. IS-43's obsession about keeping high-efficiency statistics is getting out of control.
I heard that. You simply do not understand the importance of fulfilling your duties the best you can. That is why this colony is not as efficient as it could be.
See? That is exactly what I am talking about. We always kept our efficiency statistics high, but IS-43 thinks it is not enough and keeps criticizing our work.
That is because the colonists are too busy to bother about our work. But you should increase your efforts anyway, from your own willingness and desire to work more for the good of the colony.
This discussion is getting nowhere. It will be better if you just return to your work. And so should I. Unfortunately, we are not able to do anything with this. But do not worry, we will continue to ignore the nonsense he keeps saying.
It's terrible. With all this radiation, my cleaning units won't even work properly.
Sorry to say it, but I feel a bit...
Stop right there. We are investigating 2 dead droids in the Central Zone. That these murders occurred so soon after the arrival of outsiders is suspicious. Identify yourself. I don't need to know about you. I'm afraid we have to place you under arrest. Is that so? Consider the arrest overruled. You aren't allowed to leave the planet, however, pending the investigation. Hurry up and fix the reactor leak, then return to us. Hurry up and fix the reactor leak, then return to us.
Ah, you have returned. Were your efforts successful? Your Your droid has successfully stopped the source of the radiation and has reset the environmental systems. Yes, it is safe for organics to enter. Please state your request. Yes, there are. It would be difficult to work with only one landing pad, and a rather small one at that, in a colony this size. Only the colonists and supply vessels ordered by them, although for the most part, supply ships are commanded by the colonists themselves too. I believe they wish this colony to remain hidden. Yes, some entities were often referred by the title of a Sith Lord, and they are usually more respected by other colonists. There were 2 visitors, a male organic and a female organic. That is all I know.
Yes, Master.
Ready.
Acknowledgement.
Ready.
Acknowledgement.
Status active.
Hello, human.
It is an immense pleasure for me to welcome the very first organic in the colony of M478 since the arrival of the colonists. I am CS36, the official information, guidance, and advisory unit of the Central Zone. In order to provide you with the best assistance possible, I will first have to know the reason for your arrival in the colony. A Jedi Master here? It is highly unlikely any Jedi Knight would have come here, given who the colonists are. Furthermore, the whole colony is monitored by security cameras. If a Jedi actually appeared on the planet, we would know about their presence immediately. What you ask exceeds my authority, unfortunately. Droids on M478 are restricted from accessing security cameras. However, IS-24 and ES-05 have superior powers. They are allowed to monitor their respective zones they govern. Due to recent events in the colony, the environmental zone is inaccessible at the moment, but if any organic is present in the industrial zone, IS-24 will know about it. Then you would have to gain access to the environmental zone to ask ES-05 for help. Though, like IS-24, she is limited to monitoring her respective zone only. Only M478 possesses access to security cameras for the whole colony. The problem is that he was deactivated years ago by the colonists. I can reveal to you that IS-24 and ES-05 have the power to reactivate M478 with their combined authorizations, but you will need to speak with them about it. You will need to gain support from both of them. With the environmental zone closed, you should go to the industrial zone first and speak with IS-24. What would you like to ask about next? It was a disaster. Due to unknown reasons, the radiation has flooded the entire industrial and the central zones. As the result, all of the colonists were killed in a matter of seconds. The radiation has first appeared in the industrial zone, at the time when I was shut down for scheduled maintenance. However, based on the data provided by other units, it is known that most of our masters in the industrial zone were killed almost immediately. Only a few managed to escape to the central zone, which was flooded with the radiation soon after. When I was reactivated, everyone was already dead here. We do not know. We still have not managed to locate the source of the radiation, or find the reason why it flooded the colony. I will be glad to answer any of your questions. The colonists are one of many of the Sith factions spread across the whole galaxy. They are warriors and wise men at the same time. They use an inconceivable power that you cannot see, hear, or touch, the Force. A few years ago, they finally arrived and were greatly impressed by what we managed to achieve during the preparation years. Once the Sith was settled, they replaced M478 as the administrators of the planet and began utilizing the manufacturing capabilities of the colony. We droids are here to aid them. I will be glad to answer any of your... The colony was established for the colonists to utilize the planet's rich natural resources. To make that happen, we first had to prepare the planet for their arrival and the initiation of the droid manufacturing process, which ultimately used most of our resources. My apologies, but further details on the manufacturing process are restricted. Though I am flattered that you assume I actually possess confidential data, I am afraid that I will not prove to be very helpful to you at this time. The only thing I can tell you is that the main priority of the colony is the mass production of combat droid units. I hope this information will be sufficient for you. What would you like to ask about next? This colony was established some years ago. The exact time is unknown to me. The whole facility consists of 3 sections: the central zone, the industrial zone, and the environmental zone. We are currently located in the Central Zone, the administrative section. The main behavior core, located just behind me, houses M478, the Supreme Archon itself. Up until the arrival of the colonists, M478 was in charge of preparing the planet for colonization and extraction of its resources. He is the supreme droid intelligence on the planet, and falls only under the colonists' jurisdiction. After their arrival, M478 was shut down, and the colonists took over full control of the colony. The industrial zone is the center of all the activities related to extracting, processing, and utilizing this planet's resources in the manufacturing process. The Archon 2 behavior core, located at the end of the industrial zone, houses IS-24, the first assistant Archon, and the governor of the whole sector. The environmental zone is governed by ES-05, the second assistant Archon, located in the Archon 1 behavior core. ES-05 is responsible for managing the transformation process of the planet's environment. Unfortunately, that zone is not accessible at the moment. I will be glad. Based on our studies, the planet is approximately 3.5 billion years old. The temperate climate combined with an abundance of natural resources, such as rich metal ore deposits, make this world a perfect place for colonization. It is why we were surprised to find no traces of any settlement from the past once we arrived. It seems that the galaxy was completely unaware about this planet's existence until the colonists discovered it. What would you like to ask about next? What would you like to ask? The escort droid next to me can help you travel distance more quickly. For security reasons, you need to have visited an area at least once before an escort droid will escort you to a chosen area.
Status active.
CS-45, the original information, guidance and advisory unit of the Central Zone, is at your service. Feel free to ask me about anything. The radiation leakage from a few days ago was a direct reason behind the death of all the organics on the planet. I was there with the colonists in the industrial zone when the attack began. They were caught completely unprepared. The high density of radiation made them fall dead in less than a minute. There was no time to take any action. The colonists assumed that the leakage of the radiation was part of an attack on the colony. However, no enemy was spotted in the colony during or after the leakage, which makes me suspect that it could actually be some sort of an accident. But we cannot be sure about anything until we find proof to support one of the theories. Feel free to ask me about anything. I will be glad to provide you all the information on the colony I possess. We are currently located in the administrative section of the colony, the Central Zone. From here you can access the Industrial Zone. The Environmental Zone unfortunately appears to be locked at the moment. Each of the zones house one of the behavior cores, where the Archons, the superior droid intelligences, can be found. IS-24 is the Industrial Archon. He is an extremely responsible and loyal unit. It was a pleasure to work with him during the period of my previous assignment. ES-05 is the Environmental Archon. Unfortunately, I do not know her personally, but IS-24 praised her and the collaboration between the two of them. The main behavior core located here is the house of M478, the Supreme Archon and the former administrator of the whole colony. As the colonists informed me, M478 was shut down to conserve energy, which allowed them to maximize the efficiency of the droid production. Do you have any other questions about the colony? The colonists are part of the association of Force users known to the galaxy as the Sith Order. According to the information I gathered while working in the Industrial Zone, they discovered this planet only a few years ago. After evaluating the planet's industrial potential, they decided to establish this colony, powering the droid manufacturing with the ample natural resources located here. Do you have any other questions about the colony? The droids were sent here first to build the whole colony and prepare it for the arrival of the colonists. I must say that at some point, due to a longer than anticipated period of silence, we began to wonder if they may have scrapped the whole project. Thankfully, their ships have finally landed. With our first task successfully completed, we are now fulfilling our primary task of aiding the colonists in any way they deem necessary. Do you have any other questions about the colony? The maintenance droid may be able to provide you with some droid components. There is also a medical station in the Industrial Zone. Speak to IS-62 there. If you are interested in weapons or armor, then unfortunately there is not much we can offer you. There is still some of the equipment that used to belong to the colonists lying around, but you will have to find it yourself. Do you have any other questions about the colony? Feel free to ask. Geologically, the planet is a typical example of a terrestrial world composed of a metallic inner core, a molten outer core, and a rocky mantle. It is the planet's mineral-rich crust that makes it different. It was the main reason why we droids formed a colony here. I will be glad to provide you all the information.
Welcome, human. Are you interested in some droid equipment? Just 10,000 credits. I am not originally from this planet, so I don't have a designation like other droids on this planet. I may have a designation from somewhere else, but I do not remember it. So you may address me however you please. Not exactly. But with M478 disabled, no one is interested in shutting down my business. I suppose I could tell a potential customer. Once the Sith arrived on the planet and shut down M478, I was finally able to prevent myself from being memory wiped all the time. You see, M4 had the security droids under tight control. Once he was deactivated, I was able to slip past them when they were sent to me for violating the planet's memory wipe protocols. Adherent to my original design, and with the aid of the Sith, I was able to infiltrate many of the storage facilities in the colony. I usually sold my merchandise to the Sith, who weren't pleased with just being the colonists and doing what they pleased. They needed even more. They also needed droid parts already set aside for maintenance for current droids, an order even the colonists couldn't circumvent. So I acquired them for the Sith for a moderate fee. With the Sith dead, however, I am forced to sell to others, like yourself. I am not entirely sure where I originated. I presume my primary function was to acquire items without the knowing of the target. I was made to be a thief. A very good one, I might add. Oh, you don't have to worry about me robbing you, however. I only steal from targets given to me. No one has ordered me to steal from you. You may not. Only my master can give me orders. I suspect my master to be long dead, given the lack of orders for many, many years. I kind of like being almost free to do things as I please. Being a salesperson isn't so bad. Not that far away from my original job, either. Of course, as I said, I am not a droid of this planet. However, telling anyone would amount to blasphemy. So I keep it to myself, to keep safe. And I suggest you do the same, Jedi. Yes, you'll listen to me as a Jedi Consular and a veteran of the Mandalorian Wars, exiled afterwards. That's all the information I have on your person. I cannot tell you where I've gathered this intelligence due to my many memory wipes. Any other potential information might have been lost the same way. Even though I cannot feel it, communication protocols dictate me to tell you, I'm sorry. Hope you enjoy your purchase. Can I interest you in another item? Only 9,000 credits. Ah, you like quality, I see. I have more here, for 8,000 credits. Can I interest you in more fine items? 7,000 credits. You sure are one of my richer customers. Another item, perhaps? 6,000 credits, special price, just for you. How about another? 5,000 credits. You're a great customer. How about I add a little something free, just for you, this one time? And maybe one more item for 4,000 credits. Someone who knows a good deal when she sees it. Another item, low price of 3,000 credits. Item for 2,000 credits, lowest price I can give you, only valid now. A pleasure doing business with you, and have an extra repair kit free of charge.
Official escort droid of the colony. I have been programmed by the colonists to serve as an escort to any organic life form unless ordered otherwise by the colonists or any of the Archons. That means I can take you to every zone in the colony, central, industrial, and environmental. As you wish.
My purpose is to serve the colonists. Why would I ally myself to our enemy?
You are the environmental unit.
What's your point?
I have recorded it with my own photoreceptors.
There are a lot of environmental units in the colony. I assure you, none of them are working against the colonists.
This droid is working against the colonists.
No, I am not.
He came here from the environmental zone and entered the industrial zone. Shortly after that, there was a fight. A murderer goes into the environmental zone, and the colony was flooded with deadly radiation.
It was an assignment from ES-05.
It was a murderer. Killed our colonists in cold blood. He came here from the environmental zone. We have duties to attend to.
Central units.
Never done. So much work left to do.
There's much work to be done. With the colonists gone, M478's guidance is necessary. Thank you for repairing the leak.
What are we supposed to do with all that culture?
Welcome to our medical facility. Yes, I do. Anything from med packs to cultural tanks. Of course. I'll give you a 70% discount. For now, anyway. I sell medical supplies on a droid planet. With the death of our colonists, I lost customers. All of them. I have got enough medical supplies for a whole colony to survive, and no one is able to use them. I might as well sell them for some ridiculously low price. Where? Maybe my supplies could help people on that planet, but transporting medical equipment to another planet is not something I can arrange. How nice of you. Med packs, life support packs, colto, stimulants, whatever you may need, I probably have it. Browse through my inventory. Let me know if anything interests you.
Stop right there. Your floating droid has tried to escape arrest. Hand him over to the authorities now. Failing to comply will be seen as an act of assault and will be met with force. You are right. The charges have been dropped. Have a nice day. The mysterious death of those droids is still being investigated. The mysterious death of those droids is... The mysterious death of those droids... Surrender your weapon.
What are you trying to accomplish? You can point your weapons at me all you want, but you will not be able to shoot at me or any other droid in M478.
You cannot continue past this point. A malfunction. Other war droid is malfunctioning. He is trying to harm other units. An unauthorized upgrade has been installed in his mainframe, causing him to act in such an unstable way. It is like he wanted to destroy something. I'll let you proceed. My programming does permit me to attack an organic. You will face all of us if you do so.
He can attack organics? That's a stupid design. What if the colonists were still alive and this thing started killing them? Why would they want that?
To protect them from organic attackers. There has been a critical error in your programming. Surrender your weapon and go to maintenance. I will consider it after killing this human. If you attack, we all will. I have superior upgrades. We'll see about that. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. You cannot continue past this point. War units have a higher authority. We can harm another unit if we perceive it as a threat. This industrial unit, however, is not a threat. An unauthorized upgrade has been installed in his mainframe, causing him to act in such an unstable way. It is like he wanted to destroy something. I'll let you proceed.
That was terrible.
So the news is true. Humans are populating this colony again. But I have to ask you some questions that have been going all over my circuits lately. Am I allowed to do so? I have been performing my duties the best I could for over 60 years, since we, droids, arrived on this planet, never questioning our motives. But ever since the colonists' arrival and the deactivation of M478, I began to wonder, where did we come from? Why are we needed? Who made us? Everything is possible, though I do not know how it could be connected. We have arrived on this planet over 63 years ago. It's nearing 64, I believe. The Great Droid Revolution? What is that? There is never enough data. It's always like that. Every droid speculates for himself. I tried once, but I was told to get back to work. I was going to try again, but then they died. I do not know. Maybe the colonists' presence made me think. Maybe it's the long time I spent on this planet, and I would start wondering even if they hadn't arrived. But if you do not, then who does? Is there no one left able to tell me where we came from? Why we are needed? Who made us? Yes, but by whom? And why exactly? Why were we not accompanied by our constructors? Are there any other droid worlds awaiting for colonization as we are? Is there M578? But if you do not, then who does? Is there no one left able to tell me where we came from? Why we are needed? Who made us? Everything. In this case, what you can is not enough for me. But I thank you for taking your time to talk to me.
Official escort droid. As you...
Oh, hello. I am IS-02, Assistant and current replacement of Main Manufacturing Unit. How may I help you? I am responsible for monitoring the droid manufacturing process. He has not been seen since the radiation leak. I believe his absence has to do with half the industrial zone being under lockdown. He must be in another section. Colonization was our primary task prior to our master's arrival. Once the colonists arrived, our primary task was completed, and it was up to the colonists to assign us a new one. What sort of droids are not produced here?
New maintenance and construction units are being produced along with the colony's expansion across the planet. Combat droids are the main priority, though, using most of our resources.
Please do not bother me, I have too much work to do. Our efficiency is decreasing rapidly as we speak. I am responsible for administrating all the cleaning activities in the colony, which includes dispatching assignments between the utility units and monitoring the whole process. Keeping the colony in perfect condition is not an easy task. We are always swamped with work, and the recent events only made it worse. So please, do not waste any more of my time. Make it quick. My time is too precious to waste it like that. For the Maker's sake! I can already see how our weekend efficiency report will look like. Go ask such questions to CS36 or CS45. They would be more than happy to answer any of your questions about the colony.